They're all behaving themselves. That's the main thing.
Little quicker, come on. I hope you're going to start counting 20. You're going to count as well, starting at the same time.
1, 2,
No,
cadets.
Over the ball, right? When the hands go at the top, probably a good idea. Yeah, some people like to go, Hannah, that's understandable. But if we all do the same thing, hands at the top when we count, right? Misty was doing that. I think probably most of the adults were doing that, but maybe the juniors. Listen out a little bit louder. I know you can shout as well. We did this with the last class. Misty's bringing things back that I've forgotten, or introducing things that I haven't seen before. So if you can just humour me and shout, yeah, be confident. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Being confident. So shout nice and loud. If you can't do the Korean, you better start learning it. See ya! Okay, that's a bit better, right? There we go. Lifting the right knee first. You're going to do 20. All counting nice and loud. In Korean. Right knee 20 times. Right, see ya. You know why it's disjointed? Because no one's shouting loud enough. You're all doing a little screaming. Yeah? Now that's Misty's not shouting loud because she wants you to shout loud. She can shout loud. You can shout loud. So you take charge. Who's going to take charge? You're going to step up and count for everybody and challenge everybody to count louder. Ready? Left leg 20. See ya! That's a bit better. Right leg front kick. Up, cha, see. Up, cha, see. You don't have to do any of this, right? Just on the spot. Snap the right leg out 20 times. Who's the loudest? Jumbe. See ya.
Bit slow.
Titanic's just gone. You're right. You're
No, that's still processing.
Oh, okay now. Left leg, good baby. Ready? Come on. Now, see ya. Counting in silence doesn't help. You can have to say the words. Practice saying it when you can say it, but everyone says, what's the numbers? You won't know what you do. Okay, right knee to the chest. 20 times. Louder as we go. Ready? See ya! Left leg, see ya! This is going to be a test. You're going to do 10. You're going to go right hand, then left hand, then right hand, then left hand. And you're all going to do it in time, counting up to 10 Korean. Just 10. because if it goes to 20, I'm going to jump out of it. Right? Because you're not shouting loud enough, you're not shouting confidently enough, and it says that you're not doing it with power. You're doing it with, I want to sit down. Jump it! Right hand first, 10 punches, alternating the hand. See ya! Okay, stay in that position. You're going to do another 10, starting by going back and doing the right hand. See ya! All right. Walking ready stand. To me. Achaboliki. This is the last one. Well, we'll see. We'll see. 10 on one leg. Everybody counting nice and loud. Achaboliki. 10 on one leg. When everybody's done 10, go into walking ready stance on the other side and immediately start the left leg. So you do 10 on the right leg. You're going to finish. You're going to step, change together, and then you're going to go straight onto the left leg. 10 and 10. Sija. 1, 2 times. Next. Arrow. Okay, right foot back guarded in walker. That's L stands for unguarded block. So, Almo doesn't matter. To me. Step forward, Ninjuso Sonkal Yokerigi. And then immediately step back and do Ninjuso Sonkal Yokerigi. So you're going to step forward, Hana, pull, step, neck. And it's not just about the counting, it's not just about staying together, it's about rattling the hands out, stepping, striking, breathing at the same time. The louder you shout, the more you put into the strike. Sonkal Yokerigi. You're going to do up to 20. Sija. Next. Change stance. Jumbi. More on guarded lock. And now 20 on that side. Start to the left. Step back. Right up to 20. Strong strikes. See ya. Arrow. Okay, four directional punch. Side to the Jumbi. Yes, counting. Counting. Can you just move over a little bit? Just like 2 in 1 and get the expression. Alright, maybe you can have to step over this road. I can see we're gonna have, and then you can pass it. Okay, side to repeat, counting. Jumbe, power. 7, 8, Arrow. It's unfamiliar, we've not done this before, but it's not, well, it's not rocket science, is it? Just counting, stepping, doing what you already know. Everybody here should know 4 direction punch. And you're going to have to know all the way up, because we're doing the same thing, not all the way up, we're going to do the same thing up to at least damn good, probably, and then we're going to split off into groups, okay? So let's see that one again, because it wasn't too impressive for counting. Chumbi, nice and strong. See ya. Arrow. Right, we'll skip 4 directional block just now. Doesn't mean you're not going to do it. Chun-Ji is next. Chumbi. Get in your head. First step. Right. First step. Crucial. Sija. Catch up. Barrow. Right, so it's difficult when you're trying to do it at the same time. It's going to be difficult if I count as well. Right, I'm going to count now. You're going to do Chun-Ji again, but I'm going to count. You're kind of going not too fast, but you're going quite fast. It's a big group, and not everybody's the same length in arms and legs. Right, so people who are taller have to do a bit of catch up. I don't know who it was that's keeping the tempo there. Who was chief? You all timed together beautifully, but someone was counting and it was probably too fast for the group. So you're going to do Chun-Ji, I'm going to count. Chun-Ji. Here. 2. Set. Neck. That's all. That's all. Yoga. Yoga. Aha. Yo. Hana. 2. Set. Neck. That's all. Yoga. 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 Aha. Arrow. Sure. Funny enough, that was less powerful, generally speaking, than the one you were doing together counting. Right? So now we're going to do Chun-Ji, you're all going to count again together. I'm not going to count this time, you are. Same as before. Junbi. Chun-Ji, 2. Sicha. Set. Yo. Yo. Okay. Sounds good. Not everyone can do that. Yes, good. That makes it easier then. If you're all doing the same thing, you all move kind of like the fish, the birds, you know, we all go in the same direction. That's why you're counting, 1. But 2, also, this team's introduced the team thing again. It's a good idea because you might do team competitions, you might do team events. They are out there, not just for black belts, but for colour belts as well. There are a few competitions that say you can put a team in, and you do team patterns as well as team sparring for colour belts. And there's a bit of fun. We'll get 2 groups, maybe 3 groups, and you've all got to compete, see who's the best at keeping it together. right? Then you introduce other things like splits, not the splits, but where at certain points in the pattern, the team will split off and then rejoin again before the end of the pattern. We're not going to do that today.
I was just thinking we did the team patterns at one of the not competition, one of the demonstrations. I can't remember where it was. We've got it on DVD somewhere.
Might have been basis though. I can't remember.
Can't remember, but it was really good.
Yeah.
We've got it on DVD. We'll just bring it in.
We'll put it on Facebook
Yeah.
or WhatsApp.
I've got it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, we used to do demos, quite a lot of demos. Festivals and village fates and stuff like that. And yeah, there were team patterns, breaking, self-defense, silly stunts. Yeah, silly things like that. But we'll have to wait for the summer and COVID to pass. Ready, stand, should be all doing down good now. Counting, ready, see, jump. Harold. What I notice is that I'm watching, I'm paying attention, I'm not too concerned about the tempo, everyone's sitting together, but it is nice when everybody clicks together. You'll see the demos, the North Korean team are probably the best. You can go onto YouTube, North Korean demo team, and you'll see them, the video's like an hour or 2 hours long, you can watch them do all sorts of things. And the patterns, the team patterns, they've actually created their own pattern, which is all the techniques to Taekwondo. They start from the beginning, all the techniques, kicking, the punching, the striking, jumping, all the rest of it. And it's really good to watch. Take a look at team patterns as well on YouTube. Depends on which team, obviously, but there are some good ones out there. But North Korean demo team is always a good one to watch. Right? So have a little nosy at that. Techniques, when you're doing the techniques, yes, you're a bit under pressure because you're trying to keep up with everybody else. It's not your time. But you need to have pressure. Yeah? You need to have a little bit of pressure. You've got to work under pressure. You've got to have a little bit of stress. You're going to have stress in the grade. You're going to have stress in the competition. You're going to have stress at work. Stress in the traffic jam. Right? And how you deal with the stress. If you're in a test, if your techniques are really good and you stress, if you've got a good level anyway, you won't be affected that much. Your worst case, your stress level will drop your good level, but it won't be dramatically bad, hopefully, because you practice being under pressure. All right? So let's do dangling one more time. Too big. And here's the pressure. The pressure is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 rows. You all go together, first step. You all go together, starting from the second count. You all go together, starting from the third count, and you all go together, starting from the 4th count. So, Hannah, they start. Talk, they'll start. Set, they'll start. Net, you'll finish last. And you'll get quiet, because you'll be the only 2 counting. Try not.
Have we got to carry on counting?
You'll carry on doing the pattern because you'll be 3 steps behind.
We'll start number 1.
No. You'll start the step number 1. They're number 1. They'll start next. They'll start next. You start next.
On count 4. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. You mean do the pattern from the beginning, don't you? But start the count.
Yep.
So, right.
Yep.
I guess what everyone's asking you.
Don't count.
Does she
Hey,
count?
no, stop.
Oh, we're not
Stop.
counting.
Quiet. Don't count anymore. Yes, you had to count, but it's getting too complicated. Just do the pattern. Right? Step 1. You're going to start with step 2, step 3, step 4. Count in your head. Jumbi. See ya. Thank you.
Very good.
Power.
Sorry, I thought you meant like a team pattern.
It's all right. It's the first one. We didn't know. It's fine. Everyone is split it very well. Step 1, they're going to start the pattern. Step 2, you'll start the pattern. Step 3, you start the pattern. Step 4, the pattern. So it's to create the stress because you've got to then count ready for, oh, it's my turn. So, and you'll be going, oh, it's my turn. And then you'll be going, oh, it's my turn. So there's a bit of stress there, right? So get ready to do it again. 2B. Starting again. They're on step 1. When they get to step 2, you're on 1. Yeah?
I thought that's what I've done.
Well, I'll have a look. Yeah.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you.
Haru. Spot on. Right? So that's the first step. That little bit of, oh my god, when will I come in? That's working towards splits. So at some point, you've all started together, but at one move, this team might carry on. This team stops for 1 beat. This, you have to wait for 2 beats. You have to wait for 3 beats. Yeah? But then at some point, they'll stop and then you catch up 1 step behind, 2 steps behind, 3 steps behind. We're not doing that. Because that one was hard enough. Right? But it was good.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go on then.
Just for a giggle. So if this way starts 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we go first, you go second, third, and fourth. But we don't go until they've
Okay.
gone.
That's the first split then.
And then we come in with the punch. And then you punch, you punch, you punch. Then we go with soccer, then we like it. And then you come back to you, and then you, and then you.
So it's like a ripple.
So it's like a ripple. Like a team.
Right? So you're going to go 1,
Just the first 4 moves. But
the first 4.
well, because otherwise we'll be counting every 4.
Yes.
We'll be looking back, going, what was it before?
Just
If we take the first, just so you can see what it feels like.
Remember, a team won't be all this much. Number of people will be 5 max, right?
Or 3 if you're in.
Well, yeah, it depends if you've got enough numbers. Right, so you're going on 1,
I'm going on 1.
you'll be 2.
Going on 2, but then we'll be
See,
holding
But
until.
we won't go until 4's gone, and then we do the punch and yeah.
So once you've done your first move, you're all going to punch together. Is that what you want to do? Or you
No,
want
we're
to
going to
nipple?
do it individually.
Right, so
oh,
you'll
okay,
do
so the
that.
whole fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Punch, punch, punch,
Yeah.
punch.
There you
and
go.
carry on.
You won't go until he's gone.
Yeah.
You won't go until Catherine's gone, and vice versa.
And then when
It
we
might
go
work. It should
there,
work.
are we doing the same?
Sorry.
When and are you going to go like that? Then Catherine, then
And then you. We'll just do the first 4 moves so you can
and then
see
the
how it
punch,
feels.
and then we carry on.
Yeah.
So 1 behind, 2 still behind but a ripple.
Yeah.
And on 3 together.
But you will have to have the timing right. So the key for this is you're all together, you're all together, and you're all together. So you have to follow Catherine. And then, yeah. So, ready?
It doesn't matter if you get it wrong, right? There's no pressure.
Right?
It's only on video. We can put it online later.
We'll have evidence.
Yeah, they'll destroy it. Right? Give it a go. We'll practice it a few times if this is what you want to do, right?
Yeah. So it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. The first 4 moves is down, down.
And then we all should.
And then you just
sing-
stop. No, just stop.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
You'll be over
we'll
here.
get there.
Okay.
Ready? Jumbi. As long as you're all ready. Shisha.
Aaron, now this time we do the same thing but much faster.
Yeah. Well, listen, really listen to each other, and the breathing does help. I don't mean to spit, no, COVID and all that, but breathe out. And I don't mean smash on the floor just to make a noise. You're trying to help me, right? So that was good. That was good. That was not bad at all. Jumbi.
Faster.
Listen for the tempo. 1 and 2 set the pace. Sija. Ah, was it bad? Was it bad?
The faster you go, the better it is.
All right, then. You try this then. The same with the 3 first steps. Right? So it's knife hand guarding off punch, knife hand guarding, but then you all punch together on the last one.
So we hold. Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Can we march on as well, sir? Most of them do.
There is, the protocol is you have to march on as a team and do your fidget thing and then bow and what's it.
All have to do it all in sync.
Yeah, the whole thing, march on and march off. You have to remember the marching is going to be different for different patterns. And each pattern that you do will got different splits. And you have to know all the way up to the first 3 black belt patterns. Right? So all colour belt patterns, chunji up, and the first 3 black belt patterns. You have to know every pattern. You have to know the pattern with you in the right place, and you have to know each split for each pattern. Not easy. Especially when you don't have time for practice. Right? So let's try it. I'm not going to tell you again what it was, you've got to remember. 준비. 시작. And 4 together. Yeah? Arrow. That wasn't bad. Remember though, you've just done that knife hand guarding glove. You're almost going straight into it.
Yes.
They're going to lead that last technique because they're over that side. You should see them. But they'll hear you. Fingers crossed. And if you've got the tempo right, there are some exceptions. There's some techniques where the tempo is 1.5 rather than 1 beat. Yeah? You can feel it. Eventually, with practice. Let's do it again. That was good. It was good effort. They're giggling at home. They're giggling, right? But they're not here trying it. It's hard. It's hard work. These guys are working hard. Look, smiling and everything. Or is that grimace? I don't know. Yeah, let's try it again, right? Dan going with style. Ready, see, yeah. Oh, nearly. Yay, barrel. Yeah, it's just that momentary. Oh, you think? Yeah. That was decent though. We do the rest of the patterns from then on. You do the same thing, all punched together, the same, but from then on, you carry on with the dangle to the end. Normal. From that. A team time, yeah, you've got to stick together. You don't need to count. The counting before, at the beginning of the class, was just to set your mind. Yeah? You don't have to count now. But think about the tempo, thinking about maybe a heartbeat, I don't know, maybe it's all of that just now, not a good idea. But try and fit into the tempo of the class. One person's leading it. You don't know who it is. It might be you, it might be someone else. But you all start working together like the fish, like the stars, right? 준비. 시작. Arrow. Got a bit scrappy at the end. Everyone's panicking for the finish line. There's no splits there. There's no need to panic.
I've been in front of me and waiting for them to go.
You're listening. It's good. That's not a bad pattern. You're all trying to keep in time to a certain point, but as soon as it goes, you lose interest because you haven't got that I must do this, we must stick together kind of mentality yet. Right? That's not part of you just now because you've not had enough training in this. But at some point, it does become must stick together. it didn't work too well with the punch. From the knife hand guarding block into the punch and then carrying on. It didn't work too well that time, and that might have thrown you a bit. Last time, Jumbi. Ready, see, jump. Arrow. Oh, I'll know about that. Still shaky on that last, that fourth step rather. But the rest of it came together nicely. And let's get first row for the first row to do.
Are you answer?
Yeah? Ready? Time.
1 year, 1 year till.
1 year or two, give me. If we've got enough room there, maybe half a step back. Just we'll do mind the results there. Right, do you have to be in a straight line as well? So you're in a straight line, that's good. 1 year two. How do you want to do this? Oh, you're not doing it, yeah? Just the first row, just the first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it's just all together.
But what you want to do is a.
Well, it's the same count as before. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can do that, or just team together just now so you get a feel of the pattern as a team.
The whole pattern?
Yeah.
It'd be better off in a 4.
Yeah.
2, 3.
It's just the room. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Could be. What we could do, just rotate round, so facing the window, and Lorcan, if you come and stand here, yeah, and then Melanie, you stand there, but if you move forward, so there's a 4, right, so facing the, all facing that way, then there's a 4, right, so team pattern, 1 yo, make sure you're directly behind Lorcan, just a little bit left, that's it, okay, so
We all going the same.
go at the same time, it's easy the first one, yeah? 1 yo for the first one, ready, see, jump! Arrow. So that wasn't bad. That wasn't shabby. The camera wasn't on all of you, but there you are. It is now. That one's quite a difficult one, as I remember, because I fluffed that up in the England team. That's the one I fluffed up. Yeah, and then the guy behind me fluffed up after me, so we lost a lot of points.
I remember it, that's why I chose it.
Yeah, you can rub it in.
I was bad
Yeah.
for hearing.
That was better than mine.
I think you doubt yourself. If someone else makes a mistake, then you think, have I done it wrong?
I can make a couple of excuses.
We used to do this one, and we used to have someone here.
In the middle, yeah.
And when
Cool.
you did your bury and jump suggy here, everybody would have to hold, this one would have to hold, they'd have to hold, then we'd all do the kick together. I think it was you or Gok actually.
Well, we can do that now. Let's get who's going to volunteer to go in the middle for 1 yo. Well, it has to be a green belt and above. Yeah, no, green belt and above for 1 yo. Go on, there are only 4 of you. Yeah. All right. So what's going to happen? The only thing that you have to worry about on the first bending ready stance, okay? You all do the bending ready stance together, but then the front row kicks first, then the second row kicks, then the third row kicks, and you all guard together, knife hand guarding block. Oh, sorry a minute. Yeah, I think, yeah.
So when we kick, so we do our kick and then come back.
No,
No,
Hold it out there.
hold the kick.
Okay. So you'll do the kick. You'll do the kick. We'll do the kick, and then we'll go down and do something like that.
Yeah? That's it. As long as you remember, front row's kicking first, second row's kicking second, and third row's kicking third, then you all guard together after that kick. That's the only break you're doing. That's the only one you're breaking, right? The rest of it's normal. See, jump! And go. That's exactly what I did. No, keep going. I should have done.
What's yours?
Barrow. That was all right. You've not practiced together. You didn't know what you were doing, but you did it anyway. That was good though, and it's on film, so you better share it with your friends. Yeah. Okay. Bow to the judges. Chariot Kumne. If you could, do you want to? Let's go outside. But do you want to go outside and do the same one or a different one for the 5 of you? Do a pattern with 1 or 2 splits in it. What's that?
I'm not being idea to bring the DVD in first so people can see it, or
Yeah.
check it out on YouTube first, because if you've never seen it before,
I've seen it.
you have seen
Yeah,
it. Yeah. But if you haven't, it's good to watch it first to get an idea. But I'll bring the DVD in,
Right.
or if you've got anything to, like, you bring your laptop in.
Well, you just come up with that one. So
Yeah.
only 1 split in any pattern that the 5 of you can do. It could be the same pattern. Yeah. You can do exactly the same split. It doesn't matter. But go out and practice it for 2 minutes and come back in. Yeah. Sorry, just out there, or out there, just out there. Just open that door and go out. Yeah, and then they get to have a shot because then I go in. Let's get it going. Right. So first of all, you're going to come forward. 1, 2, 3. Quick. In the middle. And 1, 2, 3 behind. There. And then just out that door. Turn back there. Oh, so wherever they're going, that's fine. I say something and they're off somewhere else. That's fine. Okay. So you're going to do dangle, right? But then we might split off into 2 groups, because the front row and then the second row, well, no, might make a 4 and a 2. Yeah. We're going to do dangun again, but where you get to low block, rising block, that's going to be on the way back. That row there, call that row 2. You'll go 1 and 2 first. Then you go 1 and 2. And as soon as they do that, you all carry on with the pattern. There's only 1 split. Yeah? So only from there, the front row goes first. 1 and 2. So you go 1 and 2. And then you all go carry on together. Yeah? This row, can you come back 1 big step? And you guys can move further back. One more little step. For here, because you've got to go forward. Okay, here we go. Dangun with that 1 split in it. Jumbe. Ready, see, jump. Heel down. First row, 1 and 2. Second row, 1 and 2. Go together. Barrow. Right, that was the first time. It wasn't bad. A couple of missteps. Not concentrating. But we'll go again. Do the same thing again. I'm not going to introduce any more splits, just that one. All right? We could put tons in this one, but we're not. Ready, stance, Jumbe. See, chop. Heel down, Adam. Heel down. One. Together. Carry on. Paro. Sure, that wasn't bad. You kind of went on the wrong time. Second went at the wrong time. You all went together, so nobody will know. Yeah, you went together, so the judges will, what happened? If the whole team does it,
They don't know after we've done
they
the first.
didn't do. They didn't wait long enough. They went on your low block rather than your rising block.
That makes sense because I felt
I didn't hear.
I was still waiting for them to go again.
Yeah.
And I had a cheeky little look in the window.
You wouldn't hear it.
I could see they were already there. Yeah, there. I was waiting for them to do another.
So they went early, but you all did the same thing. And then, yes, there was a bit of hesitance for the next step, but you all went and
Yeah.
apparently looked all right.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting for another one.
Okay, so they're going to come in a minute. Do you want to go? Maybe they're having fun and they want to stay out there. Maybe go get chips. I don't know. A group of 4 now. You're going to have 2 and 2, much like they had the other guys before. So if you go in front, if you trying to think it's the best way possible. If you go in front of your dad, you go in front of Adam. You're going to do 4 steps back, and then if you come over here, down, you're in front. I've got the names down as well. Just this back, that way. That's it. Perfect.
Yeah, we're in line.
No, because they're separate. You're going to do Chunji first, and I'll tell you where you're going to do the split. It's easy, right? You're going to do a split. You're going to do. You've got. Right. On the first inner forearm block, you're going to go first. Both go first. Yeah, so you've done the and then the right hand. Actually, you go first. Yeah, you're going to go first in the first inner forearm block. You'll do the inner forearm block after them, 1 beat. You all kick together and then carry on. We could do it the same when you go left, that you go first, but I don't think you remember it. Yeah? Okay? You're doing Chunji. You're going to do the first inner forearm block. You'll wait. Hold on a minute. No. 1, 2. Yeah, you're going to do the first inner forearm block. You'll have to wait because you'll do the first inner forearm block. Boom. Then you'll do it after 1 beat, and then you both carry on the rest of the time. So you'll do the first inner forearm block.
Everything apart from that one will be
Everything's the
at
same.
time.
You're going to do inner forearm block number 9 step first, then you're going to go and then go on together. Yeah?
I think so.
Ready, Sam? To me? See, jump. Go. 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 Very easy, isn't it? You've got to remember that. Just walking stance in the
Now.
Andre, yeah.
What was I doing wrong? Sorry.
Back leg, because you're thinking,
Yeah.
you're doing this, anticipating stuff.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, just show that. One of you can. That's it. Yeah, do it again. All right. So that was in time. You went to go. Are they coming in? Where are they?
I think that's why we were in.
2 minutes is well high.
I think I came up first. Yeah.
1, 2. Good.
Chunji.
just point your crowd and say, coming back in now, it's freezing. It's getting dark. Dinner's ready. Arrow. So you felt better that time? Yeah? It just needs practice. You're not going to get it the first time, but you can do it a fluke. That was a tricky one. Your box is a tricky one.
That in time
Yeah.
was all four of us were in different
Different
times.
time. Different limbs.
What's with the kick?
Yeah, you've got shorter than tell move a bit faster, but even you're not in a mindset for a team yet. You need to practice this. It's not going to happen. Yeah? But with a bit of practice, it will. They're not coming in, they had enough. They're going to carry on. They're going to get chips.
Okay.
The golden beats.
Yeah,
all the way
shut the door, they can see it.
All
Yeah,
the
we're cozy in one.
break. That new bit is the only thing that. Like instead of all the way through the passage, instead of like all the normal things I think about, like well, walking stance, I'm focused on that split
One split.
and making sure that's right.
No, everyone's doing the same thing. You can tell. Because all the techniques going, you're walking
No, I've
stance.
got it easier because I've got to just do the pattern, haven't I?
You're what?
I just have to do the pattern, really.
Yes.
Because he's behind me, he's the one who's got to change by waiting
Yes.
for me to do that
But
last.
then what's the reason for your walking stance?
So I practice hard.
Just say it's stressful. Right? It's stressful.
I'm not going to stand there like some of the younger ones going, oh yeah, but you know, yeah. There might be reasons for it, but that's it.
Right. One more time. You've got your group. One more time.
Relax.
Yeah, you can do if
Give
you
it
want.
that fun.
Yeah, have different. Yeah. Just know what you're doing. That's problem. Andy, and here you'll go again. It is tricky. If you heard what Jonathan, Jonathan said, on this one here, you've got to try and sit together.
Yeah.
Ready, stands, Jumbe.
Oh, sorry.
See, jump. Thank you, George. Yeah. These guys are doing all right. They're trying. And you'll go over here. In a 4-hour box. Yes, spread out along that back wall. You're not covered by the nice side. Come on, elbows. Walking stance for your Gox. Last move, please. Fred, back leg. Arrow. Sure. Yeah. It's tricky. Let me show you said yourself on the walking stance. Your techniques will go to the top. You were concentrating on that split. So you're focusing on that and the rest of it. If your stances aren't very good, it'll show. If your techniques are not very good, it'll show because you're thinking about this new thing, which is the split. How did you guys do outside? You all right?
We've got it to show you.
Yeah, go on. If you clear the floor,
We'll have to go that end.
go on over this side quick. Let's see. Oh, you're going to do the march on as well. What's this thing to march on? Not bad. You're supposed to be. Don't breathe on each other. You've all had the jag anyway. Someone's wet.
Chariot. Kyungi.
Quad.
Show. Hada. 준비. 시작. One. Parallel.
Barrel, very good. Keep going.
show. Head. Alright. Chariot. Chinging. Forward. Show. Alright. Left turn. March. Oh.
Hey. Right. But for the short time, you were out there 10 minutes. That was very good for 10 minutes, and you've not done it before, and you're all different sizes. Yeah, it does make a difference. And where you put the person, where were you in the pattern? Yeah, I couldn't remember. Maybe you should have been in the middle, but that was excellent.
That's good, yeah, really good.
I enjoyed watching that. And it doesn't matter about the techniques because it's not about that in this instance. It will be if you're in a competition, but in this practice, it wasn't about the techniques. It's about you fitting in as a team and getting through the pattern. Yeah, which is wrong because when you're doing your pattern, it's not about just getting through the pattern. It's about doing everything correct. But the focus was on the timing, the focus is on working together and remembering that split or 2 or 3. Yeah. So they could be maybe a couple of patterns had not this one, but 4 splits. Yeah, depending on the pattern. And you got to remember all color belt patterns plus 3 black belt patterns. That was excellent. Yeah, even they're impressed. Right. So well that was. But line up in the class already. Yeah.
Short time.
In a short time, exactly. That makes it more impressive. It is. The amount of time that we had to practice is English sport. We just fucked it up. Right. But you practiced for 10 minutes out there, and it was really good. Impressive. Right then. So unfortunately, that's it. That's time. Just closing the windows. I think it's clockwise for close. There's 1, 2, maybe 3. Just turn the hands clockwise and see what. I'll do my check as well. Right then, let's finish.
Plus chariot. 7 in Gikini.
Turn facing you, remember? Plus chariot. Goes a room named Kyungin.
Hey, come on. Good. Hey, Sam. Off you go home. Don't forget the windows clockwise, I think, for locking. Was anybody watching? Oh, I've got a tiger sign up there. I